What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to episode 40, Ketchup Podcast, with your host, Lofton, aka Mr. Hayes Adonis. And we're here with a special guest. You've seen him before. He was here on one of our other episodes. Wonderful poet, award-winning poet. We got my man Fernando Rover Jr. in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so good to be here.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. So, just want to explain. Like my week has been, it's been pretty hectic. I got a job, been working the weekend, been working through the week, so it's been a little hectic out there. But still, been out here making things happen. There's a lot of great stuff that's been going on out in the world to overshine those bad things that's been going on. And once again, it's past February 1st. It's first show that was in this February area for us. So it's Black History Month. So applaud for all the Black excellence that's been out there. You know what I'm saying? It's doing big things, and we've already hit a lot of milestones, and there's a lot of African-American Black people out there that's been getting a lot of kudos here lately. So Mr. Rover, man, how has your week been going on?
It's been going, same with you. Just been working right now, with it being February. It's an exciting month, it's Black History Month, but it's also my birth month. My birthday's coming up, so I'm very, very excited about that. Another year, absolutely. It's on the 16th. It's right smack dab in the middle of Black History Month, which I always look forward to every year.
Always far enough away from Christmas so you still get some good presents. There you go. That's perfect right there.
Exactly. So looking forward to that. And then also, I have this really cool book tour, this virtual book tour I'm doing at the end of the month. I'm going from the 25th of February all the way until November. I'll be doing some virtual readings on Zoom, and I'll be sharing them on social media. So I'm really excited about doing that. It's my first time ever doing anything like this. So it's definitely going to be an experiment, but it's something worth doing and worth trying out for sure.
Oh, that's fantastic. I know that, with the one of the benefits that came out of course 2020 was everybody got deep into the virtual, and once again this show is doing it on YouTube, and being able to have that avenue to be able to do those virtual type of things, man, that's a really big step, and being able to touch a lot more people that you have in your area, you know what I mean? So that's fantastic. Hey, everybody out there, make sure you go out there and support Mr. Rover Jr. out here. Do you have any like a locale or whatnot on social media or really they can find that?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram, Fernando Rover Jr. I have the link actually is in my bio. Actually, there's an Eventbrite link that'll take you to the Eventbrite page. You can pick a date. You can sign up there, and then the Zoom link will be delivered to your email address. So it's all be there on my Instagram page.
Oh, fantastic. That's a great way to put it together so everybody can reach you. So go out there and check out the Instagram page, Fernando Rover Jr., great poet, award-winning poet of the Labyrinth and Maverick. So, I'm saying, I got them in my head, from the last time we talked about it. So it was a great thing. Got to flip the pages a little bit and check things out. So fantastic. The intro here. And now we go to one of my favorite things. We got the drink of the day. I love the drink of the day, but it's Tuesday, so it's a little different than what we've been doing. So last Tuesday, a little different. It's the beginning of the week. You working, brain hurting, and I just had to keep it simple. I just went with some flavored sparkling water. So I went with the peach flavor. Didn't really hit the alcohol. I did have a little after work. Had the social event after work and whatnot. So, I did the little social event. I just had one. So trying to hydrate from that. And then I got to throw some food on it. So, hey, Fernando, let me know. Did you bring anything to the table?
Same. I just got some Gatorade, something just to energize me.
Hey, we out here.
Busy work day.
Yeah, busy work day. We just out here hydrating, trying to make sure that we're going to be able to sleep good tonight, wake up in the morning good to go. So we kept it simple this go around. Hey, we'll have some new drinks for you. One reason we have been moving to the Tuesday time frame is just because it's Super Bowl going on. We got fans and things like that. And, there's a lot of people that don't try to get on, social media as well as YouTube or the regular local channels when the Super Bowl's popping off. So, Hey, we're just like that. You know, we want to have eyes on and things like that. And of course, we wanted to record for the people that's going to be in their cars riding around. So riding around during the week. So we want to have something for you guys so that you can come out and at least hang out with us. And then we'll be back on our regular scheduled programming here in the future. And we'll let y'all know when we get back to that. So we got through the drink of the day. Now we're moving on to the news of the week. There's been some great news out there. So we'll go ahead and pop this up on the screen for everybody. Y'all can see it out there on YouTube. Make sure y'all hit up, click, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. And if you're out there listening, make sure that you favorite us. And whatever social media that you find us on the Mick Ketchup, you find me Lofton_Hayes at MKP. So go check me out on the social medias as well. So we're gonna start it off here, of course, with the news of the week for episode 40. We in the building, and once again, the Beehive is out here doing big things, and everybody seems to be super excited about Beyonce. She done announced her world tour for the album Renaissance, and it's sending shockwaves through the Beehive. It's sending shockwaves through everybody. Everybody's out there trying to get tickets. She's already started or already got everybody out there in the UK area. They done sold out. They're adding shows and things of that nature. And I think they got up to 5 shows while they're out there. And then you got Ticketmaster. One of the biggest things that's happening, you got Ticketmaster, you got all your ticket buying locations. They're trying to stagger. They started a registration type situation for some of these pre-sale dates. Just so they can verify. They're trying to minimize bots. They're trying to minimize those people that are trying to hit it on the secondary market and jack up the price on a lot of these things. But they're doing big things. So, with the Beehive out there doing it like that. So, I gotta ask, did you listen to the album, and are you gonna go out there and get some of them Beyonce tickets? They're gonna be big money.
So I did listen to the album. I did, give it a shot. It's definitely different than her previous work. And as far as seeing her in concert, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big concert goer.
Okay.
Especially something on this magnitude, because Beyonce is a huge artist, so it's gonna be packed to capacity, and just so it's probably been a minute since I've been to a concert, but no. I probably, like I said, I probably, if I was like a big fan of her, I probably would be going to see her in concert. But yeah, no, I did listen to her. I did listen to the album. The album is definitely different. It definitely has a Beyonce vibe. It has her characteristics are all over. The sound is different than anything, and I think she was going for that. She was going for a different sound overall. It was interesting because this is her first studio album in over 6-7 years. Since Lemonade. Really, and so a lot of not only has her sound and her overall brand changed since then, but the environment of music has changed. There's so many more artists now, and the sound is completely different. How we access music is different now. Streaming has completely taken over. Back in the early 2010s, it was just kind of kicking off, and now we're fully immersed in streaming. So Spotify and Apple and everything else, like, it's completely revolutionized how we access music, and it's definitely commendable for someone like Beyonce, who has been around for so long. She can adapt to the ever-changing environment and still be able to push out a product and still be able to deliver, especially in this day and age where, again, everything is so online now and digital, and we're completely immersed in a new territory that really wasn't around last decade.
Yeah, it's been an interesting thing. I know we did a little review of Beyonce's album, and that was one of the biggest things that I saw. That it was I'll say more or less a total departure from what she normally kind of put out. I'm not necessarily a dance electronic dude, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot, but she had more of that dance vibe. She had more of like when I think of Madonna. I think of when golly, what's that woman's name? I can't even remember. Cher. Like when Cher came back out after a while, and she hit the super dance joints, and she had "Can You Believe?" Like she, like it was very much in that vibe where you like, oh, they just out here like,
Yeah.
just go, you know. So it was a different vibe, something that I didn't not necessarily expected. She did have some songs on there that you could like, okay, those are little hits, but it wasn't like the full album of like, man, that's really kind of doing it for me. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
hey, she still was still out there, got them sales. The Beehive went hard in the paint for her. And you know, as of concerts, you know, I mean, I enjoy going to concerts. I've seen, you know, me and I took my wife and the kids and whatnot, surprised them when that on the run 2 tour went
Okay.
out there. So we went out and you know, surprised them, and we went to go see Beyonce and Jay-Z. So I checked that box, like, okay, I got to see them in concert, and she was going hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was no doubt that she's gonna be putting it down, you know, for everybody that goes out and see her. You know, the biggest thing, you know,
Definitely.
I'm an older gentleman, you know what I'm saying? So when I was growing up, that guy was Michael Jackson for me. And I know there's always been that comparison where it's in that world of the verses of like, okay, well, you know, who's that better performer? You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
Beyonce or Michael Jackson, and I've seen both of them in concert. So I saw Michael Jackson Bad concert, you know, back in that was 80 88. So I saw the Michael Jackson Bad concert, and I've seen Beyonce,
Yeah.
you know, saying I've seen Beyonce do her thing, even though it was a shared situation, but I still saw her kind of
Yeah.
do her thing. And you know, I mean, I'm biased. You know, I mean, that was like, you know, when you grow up with something, it's a little different. And then I also knowing, you know, the effects and what Mike did, you know what I mean? Like as of the folks. But Beyonce, man, she's on another planet on the way that she's able to perform, sing, songwrite, and do all that stuff for the people that are out there. So it's going to be a really good thing, really big thing out there for everybody that is involved on that concert, man. So they're going to have a really good time in that concert. So everybody go out there, you know, the Beehive support Beyonce, you know, and you know they're gonna be folks out there paying thousands trying to get out there and check out Beyonce. So you know, that's gonna be a really good thing. But also, you know, in the Beyonce camp as well, you know, we had the Grammys that popped off. And once again, Beyonce was kind of headline news a little bit out there. So you had Beyonce record breaking, wins her 32nd Grammy with 79 nominations in her career, tying her husband for most nominations alongside her in awards and wins in Grammy history. She won for R&B song, Cuff It, dance song, Break My Soul, dance electronica album, Renaissance, and traditional R&B, Plastic Off the Couch. Plastic Off the Couch sound like she was at her grandma's house when she wrote that song. It just sound like one of them things that would be at grandma's. Got to be on a nice furniture. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything's good to go. So you know, it's really a big thing out there for Beyonce as she's done her thing. You know, um, being able to step up and continue to make those get those nominations, man. That's a lot of nominations. That's going back to you know, Beyonce and when she was in a group and Destiny's Child and all those things, man. She's been stacking them up, and you don't really think about how long she's been in the game. Like she's been in the game for a long time. That was Destiny's Child, man. She was a teenager. So and now she's, you know, 40, 41, 42 years old with a family and still able to go out there and do the thing, you know, with everybody that's out there. So she's been doing big things, still winning those awards, gaining those awards. What do you think, Fernando, about Beyonce? You know, tying, breaking the records, and then the team of Jay-Z and Beyonce and the awards that they've gathered. You know, as a couple.
Well, I have a couple of thoughts. So one, I think it's great. Number one, because they're hardworking artists. I mean, both of them. You know, they're definitely a team and a powerhouse. I was very proud that, you know, she is the most awarded artist of all time. That's something that is like a big deal, and she's a woman of color doing that. Um, I did watch the ceremony, and it was kind of funny when she won her first award, and she wasn't there because she was caught in traffic. And then when she finally got there, Trevor Noah was like, "The queen is in the building." So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. It was like, wow, she could win an award and not even be there.
Right,
So
right.
that's really funny. But no, I think it was good, and you could definitely tell in her speech she was very overwhelmed, and when she won for best electro album, and she's the first Black woman to actually win in that category. So that's even another big first. Um, I think it's good. I think it's great, and I think she's definitely setting the bar high for
Mhm.
artists who come after her. I'm sure as you've been seeing on the news lately, afterwards, everyone's up in arms that she once again lost Album of the Year. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
she's been nominated at this point 4 times, and each time she's been, and I remember I was having this conversation with my a friend of mine, and do I think Renaissance is a better album than Lemonade? I personally don't. I think Lemonade probably was her best album, probably beyond like her fifth album, Beyonce, and her sixth album are probably two of my favorites. And I
Mhm.
feel like if she were to get album of the year, I feel like those would be the albums that she probably would get album of the year for
Yeah.
because in my opinion, those two really set the bar really high. I mean, she released her fifth album without any promotion, without any like before anyone was doing that. Like she surprised dropped an album before anyone was doing that, and it literally
Mhm.
broke the internet. Like it broke iTunes. I remember that day
Yeah.
when it was released. I was sitting in class. I was in college at the time. I was sitting in class, and everybody was on their phones. And they were like, "You have to release an album." And we were like, and then like you couldn't get on iTunes. It crashed because everybody was like getting on it. So I kind of was a little bit disappointed that she didn't get Album of the Year for those two. But then I was really hoping she would get it for this time around because, again, I feel like she had put in so much work and so much time and so many years into it. And I personally feel like the Grammys sometimes they get it wrong with their wins. Like you look at especially particularly who's won album of the year. If you look at
Mhm.
who's won album of the year and the number of times that person's won album of the year, like there's only been I think three. Yeah, there's been three Black women, I believe, that's won album of the year. They've all won in the '90s. It was Natalie Cole,
Right.
it was Whitney Houston, and it was Lauryn Hill. And Lauryn was the
A
last
lot.
one. That was in '99. That was over 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So you look at that, and then you look at the artists who won it multiple times. Like Adele's
Mhm.
won twice. Taylor Swift has won 3 times. So it's just you look at sort of who wins and who they award it to, and not to discount the other categories, the general categories and things like that. Those are equally important.
Right.
But there is a definite pattern that when you look at the big four, album of the year, song of the year, record of the year, and best new artist, there's a small percentage of Black artists who win those awards. So
Yeah.
it really it makes you question like how much stock as a Black music lover and music's listener do I put into the Grammys? Because every time you go there and you're hoping that your favorite artist or even someone in your culture wins something, and then lo and behold it's somebody else. So
Yeah.
I was happy that she became the most awarded artist. I was especially happy that the other winners as well,
Mhm.
in the different categories as well. Like I was, in the words of Issa Rae, I was rooting for everybody Black. So I was very happy to see
Hey.
that the ones who won that were Black won and everything. And I just hope that we continue to push and continue to make. I think something needs to be done about the who the voters are. I think that
Yeah.
it'd be
I think
it'd
it.
be, it'd
Yeah.
be interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to
It's for
see.
sure been
Yeah, yeah.
a thing. Just like the Oscars and whatnot. I mean,
Right.
I know that everyone is trying to look at that, but it's also you want to it's just difficult because of what genres with say those that are in the Beehive or you root for
Right.
your particular artist and you gotta like most of them albums, I ain't listened to the other people's albums. There's a rarity on the other people albums that I actually listen to. So it's hard to judge. One of those points was the Chris Brown thing when he kind of went at the R&B artist winner.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He kind of Robert Glasper. So he kind of went in like, who the fuck is that dude? And I'm like, I'm also like that, but I ain't listened to his album. So I don't know. And I listened to Chris Brown's album, and Chris Brown's album did what it did. But it's also a situation where I'm like, I don't know that dude's album. You get into, because of now what's happening with melodic. Now they got a whole melodic rapper category song, and then you got R&B. Yeah, you got R&B artists that are mixing in it. Like, so then they albums kind of just turn into, it's a mishmash of stuff. And that, I feel like sometimes that could take people out of categories that they could be in, because there's such a mishmash of different things that are happening on their album, and it's not staying in like whatever box to be able to grade it in a particular category. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. I think sometimes that gets kind of, because even like for Beyonce's deal, it's like, yeah, she did win some for an R&B song, and she got album of the year for Dance Electronica. So you're like, all right, so they said the album is Dance Electronica, but then she had like, R&B songs on, like 2 R&B songs that won, awards. So then is it an R&B album? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hitting all these different genres. And I think that's what's happening with some of the stuff. I don't know Harry Styles' album. I have no clue. You know what I'm saying?
I did listen to Harry Styles' album. I did listen to it when it came out too. And I'm not as familiar with Harry Styles as I am with Beyonce. I am familiar with his work. He's an interesting artist. He definitely gives a good show. I've seen like footage of him from his tour and his live performances, and he definitely gives a good show. And he is he is a talented writer. I just didn't want him to win over Beyonce. That's just the honest truth. I didn't think he was like, to me a bit like
He wasn't that. I got it.
Well, and then to me, I question, and I would really love to learn, like, okay, what goes into choosing the winner? Like, is it based on sales? Is it based on accolades? Is it based on influence? Like, how are we measuring? Like, okay, they won this album because of XYZ. Because I did see that. I did do my own research, and I found out that Harry Styles' album, it was like the biggest opening sales for 2022, like in a long time. So I did find that out, and he was like the biggest opening sales for a male artist in like over 15, 20 years. So I mean, again, I kind of can see that in everything. So I always wonder, like, what goes into choosing, and not just for album of the year, but just for all the categories. What goes into the process, or like what is the criteria that you're choosing? Are you choosing it based off of influence, or based on like numbers, like how many sales, charts, you know what I mean? Like what is? I do know that the Billboard Awards, they're based on like charts and actual,
they kind of make sure that they're stand out there, but not to cut you off, but the co-host has arrived. Welcome, sir. You in the building. My man Rob's in the building. What's up, man? Welcome. How you doing?
What it do? What's good?
Well,
oh man, it's only what, Tuesday?
It is Tuesday.
If that's any indication of what's going on for the rest of the week, this is crazy.
Well, hey, man.
I literally just got off work probably about 20 minutes ago, and I was like, look, hey, I'm in there. I done made a glass of wine. I'm chilling. I'm like, I'm about to relax. Then I get a text. Hey, you think about getting on the show? I forgot show.
I was like, it's only been a week. It's only been 7 days. That's usually when we do it.
If Beyonce, Beyonce can. No, we usually do it on Sunday, so I give you. What I'm saying, I don't count the day.
I got you. I did. I tried to get forewarned.
I can be late. I can be late. Yeah, I know.
I mean, that
cheers.
wasn't Beyonce's show, though.
Cheers
It
to my
wasn't
drinking
Beyonce's
today.
show, though. I was like, you doing
Nah,
the late
no.
for your own
You know what I'm
concert thing?
We
That
giving
what you
fuck
doing?
tonight. Yeah. Make sure you see stuff. It is what it is.
Well, so what?
Fernando, what's up, man?
How's it going? How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing, bro?
Doing well. I agree. It's only Tuesday.
Good.
Yeah.
We getting this knocked out
Yeah,
so
man,
everybody
it's
can have a
been
good
long.
time on for Super Bowl Sunday. So get this knocked out so then you can go
Yeah,
ahead
yeah.
and drink it up on Sunday and cheer on whoever you want to cheer on for that Sunday fight. You know what I mean?
Not forget.
That wonderful
forget your
thing that they got
show.
going on.
So what have we talked about so far? Like, have we talked about Super Bowl yet? I mean,
no, we ain't talking about the Super Bowl. We talking about Beyonce. Beyonce was first on the docket, so she got the first one about the concert. We done hit up, her breaking a record for the most Grammy nominations, and as well as
wins.
Grammy wins. Saying she's up there with 32 with her
So-
husband and whatnot, and I
so-
got the wins up there. What she got?
Okay.
We were getting ready to move on. What do you think of the Beyonce
I got
album
questions.
and things of that nature?
On Beyonce. Go ahead.
What you got on Beyonce, man?
So I actually, I'm not. How is this? I think Beyonce can sing. But my question is, because she winning because it's artists, and as a writer, there's some artists I listen to that I feel like are hitting the mark. Like, for instance, Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan album go hard. You know what I'm saying? I like the girl, what's her name? Money Long, she go hard. You got
She did
win.
win.
These young girls coming forward. You got Money Long.
Yeah, Money
SZA?
Long did. Yeah, Money Long did win. Did win a Grammy last night.
Yeah, SZA.
And SZA.
It's a lot of artists right now. Yeah, and SZA, yes, they going hard right now. So I don't know if Beyonce won because of the fan base, because Beyonce's fan base, the Beehive, like, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this now. So just for future references, I love Beyonce, so I don't want y'all to shut us down. The Beehive is like Congress. You know what I'm saying? You say the wrong thing, you'll get shut down. I'm tell you that now. You know what I'm saying? It has that power, and I love Beyonce. But like I said, my question is, and I think she can sing. Says she's a very talented artist. Shows are nice. I don't know if her concert tickets are worth people losing their houses over. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I just kind of feel like $1,500 is a lot of money to go to Beyonce concert. That's a couple hours, and then so I'm gonna tell you, look, Beyonce concert is like sex. You're gonna be in it for that little bit of time, right? And as soon as they say, "Hey, have a good," that's it. That's the end of the show. You're gonna realize you spent $1,500 on a ticket, and the shit is over. Like,
That is true, but I mean, look, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be at a Beyonce concert unless I be at the nosebleeds. I mean, the screens they got at now at these concerts, like I was telling Fernando before.
Up there, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. I went to the On the Run 2 concert in Ohio Stadium. So that's where Ohio State plays football. We were on the third level. I'm talking about we was up by the top of that mud. They had screens big enough that it was like watching TV. Down on the console. It was one of those things where it's like, yeah, I may have paid, I don't know, $40, $50 for being up there. But I was like, okay, I can see everything because the concert screen was as big as as wide as the football field.
So let me ask you this then. Would you pay $1,500 to see Beyonce on a concert screen, or do you want to see real Beyonce?
No, you know who I paid $1,500 to go see? And I was thinking about doing it before he died. I was gonna fly to freaking England and see Michael Jackson on his last concert. I would have went and spent that.
1,500.
Hell yeah! I saw the bad concert, and I was like, and I know what he be doing, and I was like, yeah, I go to that.
Hey, so I'm gonna be real with you, like real talk. Like, there's so many Michael Jackson impersonators. I go to Vegas and see one of them for $20 to keep moving.
Hey man, to each his own.
Yeah,
It's like
just give it to the next man.
Hey, and look, I was like, hey, I saw it live and in person. It was different. You know what I'm saying? So you got people that beehiving it. It's different for them. So when I went to see Mike, it was different. It was like I was like, yo, this is on another planet. Some people it may be Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
everybody has their person. I mean, look, before it was Taylor Swift. I mean, her tickets are just as expensive. But people are paying to go see her, so I mean,
so why not charge?
Yeah, I'm looking at Beyonce tickets online right now, and they're not as bad as everybody say they are. I mean, I see one for 128.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that 1,500, 3,000, and all the other stuff is for being right, close to the, close to the stage, or being in the suite, or getting special whatever. But a regular
backstage,
yeah, 1,500. No, 1,500. I'm kissing Beyonce. I'm gonna tell him. My wife got to deal with him. Kissing him. 1,500. I'm kissing Beyonce. We go together. That's what I told my boy. 1,500. We go together. We're in a relationship.
Now, hey, let me ask you, how much for backstage Meg Thee Stallion then?
Oh, all day, $350.
You're like, hold up, what you doing for that? That's what I'm saying. Would that be anything? Huh?
Body yada yada yada. Yeah, girl, I got you. Let's go. Let's what I'm saying.
That's an easy 1,500 right there, huh? He said that's an easy
all
1,500.
day. Yeah, and a divorce. Like, okay, I got you. Okay, see Meg Thee Stallion, I got something for you. Watch this.
Congrats.
Nah, man, but like big, that's Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say congrats again for Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Record breaker and doing her thing. We're gonna give applause out there, Black excellence, doing the daggone thing, and we're gonna keep it pushing one more time here. So we do the hip hop as well. So we got my man King Kuta, Mr. K Dot out here getting rap album of the year for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And then we got rap song for The Heart Part 5 and rap performance for The Heart Part 5. It's Kendrick's 17 wins, 47 nominations. And for those out there, and we were kind of talking this before the show started, Drake has 51 nominations and 5 wins. So Kendrick out there doing work, and you have to also look at this with Kendrick. Kendrick has 17 wins. He has 5 albums. That's pretty good. That's three. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at 3 Grammys an album if you just breaking that down, or 3 Grammys an album. I mean, that's legit. That's how it breaks down. So Kendrick out there is he's letting everybody know every time he put his voice into the world, it's award winning. That's and because there's only really four. Yeah, there's only like 4 categories that's just rap now. I think you got like rap performance, you got rap song, rap album, and they added the melodic rap
performance
song, and then rap performance. So you got like 5.
What is melodic? What is melodic?
That's your boy Future in them. That's Future. They made a whole section just for Future. Future and Drake out there sing songy rapping. The sing song rap. It's the sing songy rappy boy.
Yeah.
The sing songy rap. Sing songy rap.
So it's like, they got that whole thing that's out there for him. So I mean, with Kendrick going out here, winning 3 of the 5 rap categories, or 3 of the 4 rap categories, with what he did. Do you feel like this submits Kendrick in a goat-ish status? He's up there with the greats. What do you think, Rob?
I think so, man. I mean, he does his thing. You know, so he's always working. He's still what I like about Kendrick is he's can't switch his um, he's changed, what we love about Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get a Kendrick CD, or when you buy a Kendrick album, it's gonna be Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? And you get what you pay for every single time without even listening to it. You can be like, okay, boom, I'm about to get that Kendrick, and that's what you're gonna get. And that's what that's what we want in an artist. Like I said, I like Drake too. I'm a Drake fan, but you're not gonna get every single time the Drake that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? That one CD, what's it called? The one we had a show about. Never mind or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's Forget Me. It's Forget
Me. Yeah. It's very, very much so. And so with that being said, though, I just feel like that's not who the original fans fell in love with, you know what I'm saying, as an artist. We like the Drake does. We know Drake gonna be soft. We know he gonna spit some hard bars, but he's still gonna cater to the women or whatever, and it's like kind of like a love ballad, hip hop, whatever, blah blah blah. But then when you go what's it called, EDM, or when you go electronic and go straight pop or whatever, then that's not what we look for, But with Kendrick, you're gonna get Kendrick every single time. You know what I'm saying? So I do think he is a GOAT. I think he should be mentioned with legends. I think he is now on the, when you mention top rappers of all time, I think his name should come up somewhere, So
all right. So Fernando, what are you thinking of Kendrick's, his ability to, like I said, every time that his voice is put into the space, into the music space, you know what I'm saying, it's coming out gold. Not only awards, but also, critically and by the fans, that they're putting them up there. What do you think of the run that Kendrick K. Dot has been doing out here?
Well, to be honest, I thought he was the GOAT when he won his Pulitzer Prize. I thought that was a big deal. To win a Pulitzer Prize and be a rapper. So to me, that was when I was like, wow, he really has reached it. And I agree. I agree that with Kendrick, you're going to get Kendrick every single time. He doesn't shy too far away from his formula. I think what he does, though, is just he gets better and better with how he delivers. But what he delivers is always him each time.
Yeah. I really enjoy the way Kendrick, tells a story and flips the narrative a lot of the times, what I'm saying, in his albums, what I'm saying? He's very much like J. Cole. He's very much in that 90s hip hop storytelling where, hey, I came from this, but this is not me. I'm looking to be a better version. And a lot of his songs is telling a story of something that he saw or that he experienced, but then also it's how am I better, changed, improved, going through how to deal with, but it's not wallowing in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of the artists that kind of wallow in it, or like, you got the, it went through the trap game, went through the whatever, and it was like, went through the drug rappers where it's like, oh, we on this, we on that, we on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was very much like, hey, still on that formula of like, I came from the hood, but we trying to be better. You know what I'm saying? And we doing more. Like, it's inspirational, in the message that he's usually giving out on his albums. So I do enjoy that, where it's that escalation and that improvement, just like some of my favorite artists, Outkast, things of that nature. Those artists that were successful, some of those from the 90s, where it was all about dang, they're getting better and they're showing, hey, they're improving, and hey, asking, through their raps, like, why aren't you improving too? Like, why aren't you getting better as well? You know what I mean? So that's what I really kind of enjoyed about that, and big time and for Kendrick out there. Like, so where do you feel like status wise? Where does that put Drake? You know what I'm saying? Like, where does it put those other artists that are, maybe popularity wise, goatish, or they goat status, or sell more, or Billboard, or streamed 1 billion? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what is that? Like, how do you feel about that, Rob?
I think, honestly, man, I think in the new, cause there's a new world order coming when it comes to pop music, and there are younger artists that are coming. Just like, you got to think, just like when we were younger, there was artists coming. There was artists that people thought that, man, this person right here is gonna be the hottest and blah blah blah. And there's then you got Z, you got Nas, you got Eminem, these cats are but then you got people before them that was like Curtis Blow, Rakim, you know what I'm saying? All these old school artists that had to hand over the baton, so to say. They had to hand over the throne, put it that way. You get what I'm saying? So now we have to understand, even in our generation, we have to hand over at some time. And I think when we hand the throne over, people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, Lil Baby, the Baby, these cats are gonna be, in that mentioned in that lineup. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to, and I was like, man, I'm not listening to these young dudes and blah 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 blah. Same thing my parents said, same thing their parents said before them, and it just shows your age. But at the same time, like I said, these cats are really bringing heat to the game. You know what I'm saying? Drake brought heat to the game. You got Meek Mills, got all these cats that's bringing heat to the game, and we have to recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we say, younger generation is, younger generation that, but they still young black artists that are making waves for younger black artists. You get what I'm saying? So we got to have somebody to pave the way for the next generation after them. And I think that, like you said, I think Drake will be mentioned in one of those artists that pave the way for the next generation. And that's what we look at. We look at artists that pave the way for the next generation. And I think that his name, along with, names in the game right now, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, even female artists or whatever, are paving the way for this Spice Girl,
Ice Spice
or whatever. But
there's a lot of
Spicy
and
all
new
artists coming out that either Ice Spice or something, Glorilla, all these cats, like they being like, you got to think like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Lil Kim. They paved the way for these young ladies. Same thing for Drake and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. They paving the way for younger cats that's coming in.
It's true. It's true. Always and forever. So we always got to make sure, and we try to, we give our opinion, but hey, they're, like you said, they're always there are black artists out there that are paving the way in the culture. Make sure that other people can get out there and be able to tell their story. So it's always a good thing to be able to have that out there. And then we gonna go ahead and still kick it with, like I said, it's February, it's Black History Month. We're gonna go out here and show some love to all the success that's been going on for the black celebrations out here. So we're gonna get some black celebrations for the folks out here. So we got Star Andrews became the first black woman to medal at the U.S. Figure Skating Championships in 35 years. You know what I'm saying? That was like it's been a while out there since we had somebody doing triple Lutzes and all that other jazz out there on the ice out there with the folks. So you know what I'm saying? She out here got the medal, got it popping off. Another big thing, you had Tennessee State. If you did not see Tennessee State, they won a Grammy this go around. It was pretty cool to watch the video of them watching the presentation, and I think it was for best gospel. What's best gospel?
Best roots gospel
Yeah,
performance. Yeah,
best group gospel, and to watch them, be at the college, watching on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? It got me goosebumps because it was kind of cool to be like, man, that's like to be in the marching
absolutely.
band, seeing them, you see the marching bands all the time at halftime, they be doing their thing. And then to know that, hey, a marching band that was doing their thing, and for them to become the first marching band, not just HBCU, but first marching band to win a Grammy. That was a big thing, and that celebration that those students had, those kids had, man, that was kind of cool to see. Very much the hard work was put forward, and them to be able to benefit from it. So it was fun. If you haven't seen that, go out there and check out that video. It's a heartwarming thing to see those kids have a good time for all the work they did. And once again, we got another EGOT out here. We got a few black EGOTs. You know what I'm saying? You got Whoopi Goldberg be out there.
18.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They be out there doing big work. So once again, Viola Davis.
18.
We're gonna give it up again. We're gonna give it up again. Viola Davis. Welcome to the EGOT world. If y'all know what the EGOT means, that means that you got an Emmy, you got a Grammy, you got an Oscar, and you got a Tony. You know what I'm saying? That means that you're out here just besting everybody in everything, doing big work. So once again, Viola Davis. I mean, if you ain't seen The Woman King, the movie, man.
Oh,
that's a good movie. You be out there doing the deal, man.
Honestly, bro, hey, that movie is up there with Wakanda Forever for me.
Man, that Woman King is dope, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a good movie. We saw me and the wife saw it at the theater. That joint is dope, man. So that's good stuff out there, for the black celebration. And once again, celebration for all those people out there. They had big, beautiful people doing great things, you know what I'm saying? So all applause for them. So we're gonna keep it pushing. And everybody's got this is Black History Month, man. We trying to learn a little something out here. So for all those out there, I'm gonna give you a little origin of Black history. Black History Month celebration of the month began, and it started out as Negro History Week. I only had a week back there in 1926, and that was created by Carter G. Woodson, noted American historian, scholar, educator. And it became month-long celebration in 1976. And February, everybody talked about, man, why they choose February? Well, February was chosen for Frederick Douglass' birthday and Abraham Lincoln's birthday. So, people that kind of was a part of, you got the emancipation and all that whatnot. And you got Frederick Douglass out there doing big things for the folks. So it was really chosen for those people in particular, what was going on. And then also I want to spotlight, we always got to spotlight one of the first. So we had one of the first black lawyers, John Mercer Langston, was the first black man to become a lawyer when he passed the bar in Ohio in 1854. He was elected to the post of town clerk in Brownham, Ohio in 1855. And Langston became one of the first African Americans ever to hold public office in America. He was a representative in the 51st Congress from 1889 to 1891, representative from the state of Virginia, and he was the great uncle of the famed poet Langston Hughes from the Harlem Renaissance.
Oh, for real?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was that dude, man. So he's doing big things out here, representing first black lawyer in the United States of America, John Mercer Langston. Give it up, making waves, giving it up for him. So once again, doing big things out there. So is there any like what? I got one question. Like, so if you got to be the first black something, like what would be like the Roz, what would be the first black something? Like if you just like, hey, there wasn't anything in history and your name got to be tied with the first black something. Roz, give me that thing that you said, hey, I would want to be the first black something. This.
I would like to be the first black in it. So and And reason being is because I feel like I just want to be rich. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just want to be the first black. Just want to be rich.
That's it.
All right. I'll be the first black man with a Porsche. All that. No, I'm just joking. Look. No. Real talk. Honestly, though, bro. I probably would like to be the first black engineer. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many things that, I could be the first black something, but I could make so many different things. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to invent so many different things that can help the world. You get what I'm saying? And it's like right now, I do cybersecurity. If I could be the first black person to be a cybersecurity engineer, or the first black person to be, whatever, to create simulators or whatever that changes the world. I wouldn't want to be somebody that people forget. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got you.
Because we got everyday. If you think about it, it's everyday things. And I think about this all the time. It's kind of funny. I think about like who invented stuff that nobody even care about no more. Like who was the first person that invented sugar, or who invented bread? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I don't know about sugar. That's probably gonna go with God. I'm gonna go with God on that.
No, but I'm saying, but like, who said no? But somebody had to be the one to be like, you know what? We can take this sugar.
Somebody had to try it out. Somebody had to try it out.
Yeah,
somebody
had to
take
take
that boy and be
like
like,
this sugar cane and make it into Kool-Aid. Who invented Kool-Aid? You know what I'm saying?
There
like,
you
come
go.
on, bro. It's like,
you got you that. Who made red Kool-Aid?
It's certain things that people forgot about. And I know the people that invented it probably sitting at home right now. Like, oh, this motherfucker don't even know I invented Kool-Aid. This some bullshit.
Hey,
nobody say that about
just like
Kool-Aid.
Hey, just like that dude, the dude that invented paper clips, you know what I'm saying? Freaking poster stamps. You know what I mean? Like post-it notes. Like that dude, rich in the money.
Yeah.
He just put some glue on some paper.
Like,
that's it.
Think about it. Who was the person be like, you know what? If we cut the tree down and cure it a certain way and flatten it out, we got paper.
Bam.
You know, I'm like, damn, you have paper? Like nobody ever mentioned the dude who invented paper or plastic. Who invented plastic? Ain't nobody even talking about dude who invented plastic. So
I know it was a scientist just putting a whole bunch of stuff together. So Fernando, talk to me, man.
But
what would be the first thing? What would be the one thing that if you got to be the first black whatever to do? What would you want your name to be tied
to? I would love to be the first black author. The first black indie author to win the Pulitzer Prize. There's never been an independent author that's ever won he's never won a Pulitzer, never won the National Book Award, Nobel Prize, none of that. So I would love to be the first.
So it would not only be the first black, but then you would just be the first author to win the independent.
The first independent author.
That's doubling up, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. You know, if I had to choose, I would probably want to go with something that would tie to an experience. So I would probably want to be like the first black astronaut. Like that would be like, because it would also mean that I get to experience that, you know what I'm saying? And then also like, dang, I'm an astronaut. Name would be kind of like tied for, especially with deeper space exploration with people go to Mars and stuff. They be like, you remember the time when Lofton Hayes went up and did a blah, blah, blah. Like that would be like cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Always be tied. I want a building named after me at NASA or something. They be like, it's the Lofton Hayes freaking.
So let me ask you this.
Everybody can have salads at my hall. You know what I'm saying?
So has there been a black astronaut, a black male astronaut?
Yeah, they've had black astronauts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They ain't got a hall for him either. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ron
McNair. Ron McNair.
Wow. Look, my man know. Like that's what I'm saying. He know. Like
Ron McNair.
But No, but
You can't ask
my
him.
point was that he talking about he want a hall named after him and all this stuff. Like Rob McNair ain't got a hall named after him.
You said
He
you
does.
wanted to be.
Most people forgot about Rob McNair.
Look, hold up.
He does. He does have a son named after him.
With a
You
hall.
said you want to be remembered,
Okay,
and I'm
good.
like,
Okay.
that's a way to
My
do
bad.
it. Why you?
All right, we're gonna
Last 2 shows you been
remember
coming
you,
at me,
Ace.
man. What's up?
The dude for me. The dude
He has,
for me. Ketchup.
he has a hall, and he has a school named after him too.
Look at that, man. I'm out here. Look, that'd be Lofton Hayes high school. Everybody fighting tarantulas. That's what I want the name to be.
Yeah, as long as you don't, long as you wear them Kanye West boots, you good.
No,
That
ain't gonna do it. Unfortunately, that is not gonna save you in space. Them Kanye's ain't doing nothing for you. But hey,
you know that.
So you know, once again, like we want to during the month of February, we're gonna try to touch on you know, those that are out there that have paved the way. You know, no different than Cardi B and Little Kim and whatnot, paved the way for a lot of people that are out there. And you know, once again, like we said, John Mercer, Langston, everybody had their what they would want to be the first at. You know what I'm saying? So it was that's good stuff. So we got pretty much one more situation to go with. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over here and we're gonna hit the top almost 4. So we got the top almost 4 up in here. And I tried to put together a little list. It's gonna go.
Hey,
my title for my list. What up? What up, man? Talk to me.
Hey, real talk. I'm so glad it was you.
Look, I would have said something. Look, I would have for sure said something. I knew it was me, so it's like, hey, it's all good, man. Like, hey, the producer be on it. I got you, man. I got you. I'll be getting it done.
Yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure people will be angry or whatever the ones that I choose, but I'm going with top almost 4 Swiss beat songs. So we got this is gonna be interesting, man. Because after I started pulling, I was like, man, Swiss beat got a lot of jams, man. And so I started making my list, and then it kept changing, and then it kept changing again, and then I found songs that I was like, man, Swiss beat did that one. I was like, yeah, that's the jam. That joint be going hard. So I'm gonna go with some honorable mentions, right? So we got honorable mentions out here based on my list. Oh, man. All right. So based on my list, honorable mention, we got Fancy by Drake. You fancy, huh? You know that one. We got
oh, okay, yeah.
I like that Cassidy, honorable mention, Cassidy B-Boy stance. You know what I'm saying? Like that was nice standing in my B-Boy stance. Like that was a good joint. You got Alicia Keys' New Day. Good song, fantastic. You got Beyonce Check on it. And this is another one that loved this song, but it didn't make my top 4. I'm gonna go with Money Cash Hoes, Jay-Z. Didn't make my top 4 though, but that one bangs. So I'm going with number 4.
You must have some bangers on that end.
I mean, this is me. This is me, and this is my taste. So at number 4, I got T.I. Bring 'em out. You know what I'm saying? So then we got at number 3, we got Jigga My Nigga.
Swizzy.
You know what I'm saying? So I went with Jigga My Nigga with number 3.
Okay.
It's so tough. Then I kind of had a number 2. Number 2 was a tie. I had to throw another one in there. So we got number 2. We're going to go with one of my favorite artists. We got Busta Rhymes with Touch It, Bring It, Babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, up, automatic. Yeah. And number 2, tied at number 2, got to be Welcome to the Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That Watch the Throne. Welcome to the Jungle go hard. I'll be loving that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The one and the only. At number 1, you got to go with the Rough Rider anthem. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one that got it popping. You know what I'm saying? So my list is Rough Rider Anthem. Tied at number 2 is Touch It by Busta. And then Welcome to the Jungle, Watch the Throne. Number 3 is Jigga My Nigga. And number 4 is Bring 'Em Out by T.I. So that's my list of my favorite Swiss Beats songs. So with Roz, talk to me. What you got?
Bro, honestly, dog, it's very seldom that I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you my dog of 20-something years, but honestly, bro, I think you did it on this one.
Hey,
I think this your one. I like it. I like the list. I like the list. You know what I'm saying? Jigga My Nigga, bring them out, all that.
Yeah,
Anthem,
yeah.
Man.
I mean,
look, that's one of my gems. The Anthem, you know what I'm saying? What?
That go hard. I was trying to find if there was an Eve joint in there. The Locks had a lot of good songs in there, but also Swiss, he has a unique sound, and he didn't really come with the bass bangers until he got more into the 2000 area. A lot of the stuff wasn't as bass heavy, but he had a very unique sound with it, you know. So especially when Busta's my dude, man. Busta go hard every time, and that Touch It be going that, and then that Welcome to the Jungle, man. That's that deal. So talk to me, Fernando, man. What do you think of the list? And what would you change if you had to change anything?
I would change. I would add What You Want with Eve. I would add that.
I mean, I tried, but I was like for 4. Well, I mean, I did end up putting 5 on there.
That's one of my favorite songs. I would also add Ring the Alarm with Beyonce because I'm thinking of production credits too because he does a lot of producing. So I would think Ring the Alarm, What You Want, and everything else I'll keep. Everything else I keep.
Yeah, there was a lot, man. I was like, dang, he was touching on a lot of songs, but when I had to break it down to, I mean, I did 5, but when I broke it down to my 5 or whatever, that was where I was like, man, I could put those in line in my playlist, and I'll be like, yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like those let's go Swiss beat bangers where you be like, oh, Swiss is killing it. You know what I'm saying? So he had some joints that was fire on there. So like I said, once again, at number 4, T.I. Bring 'Em Out. Number 3, Jigga My Nigga. Tied at number 2 was Touch It by Busta, and then Welcome to the Jungle, Watch the Throne, and then number 1, my Swiss Beats favorite songs, Rough Rider Anthem, doing this daggone thing. So I'm glad that I got the appreciation and I passed the test.
This one right here.
I passed the test. It's always good when you pass the test at the almost top 4, man. It's tough out here. The crowd, Roz's been the last couple times, man. Roz, you be coming at me hard, man. Like I be trying to be like nice a little bit, but you be coming at me a little rough, man. You know what I mean? I gave you the gift, and now you back in the crib, like, all right, I'm coming at you. But man, I really go ahead, man.
Hey, Fernando. Fernando, can you see that bottle behind me? It look like a genie bottle. That's my dog gave it to me for Hayes gave it to me for my 50th birthday. It's a bottle of Chinese whiskey. Yeah, with the special limited edition dragon bottle. Yeah,
he got dragons. So, I told him if he rub it, he may have some dragons come out that joint. You know what I mean? Something. I don't know what's in it.
I try to rub it for Megan Stallion they come out. So me either. I'm gonna wait till we gotta hit 10,000 followers. I'm gonna open it up on air. Talking about drinking today. Let's go. Turn up.
Yeah, crack it open. So
hey, also man, real quick, man. I know we gotta get out of here, but another Black History fact. And so let's not forget this. I know the Super Bowl's coming up. There are 2 young black quarterbacks going against each other, in the Super Bowl. And like I said, no matter, who wins, man, shout out to both these young men for getting where they are. It's hard work. People sitting at home, it's easy to talk while you're at home. It's easy to say what you would have done in the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. This cat, Patrick Mahomes played on one. I'm a football coach. My national championship game that knocked us out of the national championship. Pretty much 85% of my team was hurt, and they stopped playing. They just like they 12-year-olds. But what I'm saying is, I say that to say this. Whatever happens in the Super Bowl, man, shout out to both these young men for getting that far. AFC champion, NFC champion, head up. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. Black excellence, man, is at its finest. It's a great time to be Black, great time to be African American. That says nothing for any other culture. I mean, like I said, as the Black man, I would never tear down any other culture, but I will build up my culture and build up my people to make sure that we continue to grow and move forward in this place we call life. Feel me?
I feel you, man. Hey, Fernando,
Absolutely.
anything else that you want to promote or also once again tell our audience where they can find you so they can follow you on your virtual book tour?
Yeah, so I'm doing a virtual book tour for my latest book, Maverick, and you can follow me on Instagram at Fernando Rover Jr. You click on it, and in my bio link will actually be the Eventbrite page where you can click on it. You can pick out the dates. There'll be dates from late February all the way until November. Everything will be done on Zoom, and you can click on whichever date you'd like, and then the Zoom link will be sent to you. So everything is in one place.
Hey, make sure y'all go check them out once again. It was so great to have Fernando Rover Jr. on the show. Go ahead, Roz. What you had to say?
I was gonna say, man, like I said, I need to get to where you're at as far as going on tours, book signings, man. Cat, you've always been very intelligent. That's my reason. No. So, but I want to say that. But I want to say this, bro. As an author, as a poet, writer, Black man in general, I am so impressed by everything that you do, bro. Keep doing what you do, man. Like we're always. First of all, you're always welcome on this show. But on top of that, man, like I said, I brought you on this show because meeting you from the time we was on Black Men's Inc. Man, you've always been very impressive. Doing what you got to do for the culture. Doing what you got to do as an artist, as a writer, as a poet. Man, continue to do what you do, bro. For real. You inspire me. You inspire a lot of people, bro. Continue. Real talk.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No doubt, bro. No doubt.
All right.
Yeah, no doubt.
So make sure y'all go check that out. Follow the links for Fernando Rover Jr. Check him on his Instagram and make sure that you participate in that virtual tour. Once again, hit us up, Mint Ketchup, on our socials. Make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification, comment, talk to us, be out there, friend us on Facebook. We got a friend page. We got to get a group that's just a group so people can get up in there, but friend us so that you can get the show on Facebook so it streams straight on there, or you just jump into our YouTube, search Mint Ketchup. We the only one out here putting up stuff that's Mint Ketchup. That's why we chose the name. Like, that's really what it is. We chose the name so y'all can find us easily. You put Mint Ketchup in and we pop up first. That's what it is. So come check us out, man. It's been great evening having it with y'all. We knocked this out really quick and we had a good time, and that's what it's all about. So you guys enjoy the Super Bowl out there. Root for who you're going to root for. Neither one of my teams. Well, guess what's going to happen, though? A Black quarterback's going to win, so that's good. Hey,
let's go. Hey.
And once again, we out of here. It was fantastic. Mint Ketchup Podcast, episode 40. We out of here.
Ooh, the big 4-0. Let's go.